in New York City, speaking of Broadway, in New York, mayoral frontrunner Zohran Mamdani was asked a simple question about condemning Hamas terrorists. And, you know, if you struggle with this question, you come on now. Come check this out.
Many New Yorkers agree with you when they hear you condemning the war in Gaza, and you talk about this at length, and on a day when everybody is weighing in this mayor's race on the Prime Minister Netanyahu's remarks this morning. Some New Yorkers say that they don't hear you as often condemn Hamas or talk about bringing the hostages back.
As often?
So today, do you agree with
She's trying to not get kicked out of the
You agree with
breast
Mr. Netanyahu's statement that Hamas is a terrorist
organization that needs to be destroyed?
Needs to be destroyed.
And if you could speak
Good
the way
question.
he did on loudspeakers today to the 20 living hostages, what would your message be?
I am not going to echo the words of Benjamin Netanyahu. I can, however, share my own words and say them right here, which is that
Here we go.
my politics is built on a universality, and I can think of no better illustration of that than from the words of the hostage families themselves. Everyone for everyone. It is something that they have said for months. It is something that they have called for in not only understanding that those hostages must be released, but that this is intertwined with the end of this genocide. And there are so many of us who have called for ceasefires precisely because the greatest moment
do
of
you
relief,
condemn
whether
Hamas?
it be in the release
That's
of hostages
out
or
with
the
the
ending
question.
of the Israeli military's killing of Palestinians, is in those very moments
Right,
of the
but
cessation of hostilities, of that
Can you
ceasefire.
condemn Hamas?
And so when we call for this, it is a call for hostages and Palestinians alike.
Right,
And understanding their dignity.
Can you condemn Hamas?
What has been so infuriating to me and to so many New Yorkers, frankly, is Benjamin Netanyahu's use of the hostages.
Okay, now
as a
you're
justification
condemning
to continue a war
Netanyahu.
His use of the hostages.
Of those very
Okay.
hostages, as well as of so many
but
Palestinians.
can you condemn
And
Hamas?
To have a mayor
I'm sure he's getting to get there.
who went
Yeah,
to the United
here it
Nations
comes.
Give him a
to
minute.
watch his address and then thank Benjamin Netanyahu
Okay,
for
this
defending
isn't about
the Western
Benjamin
world and
Netanyahu.
our way of life.
It's about Hamas.
Those
Do
are
you
the words that Eric
condemn
Adams
them?
shared.
Hello?
I
He's
can't
no longer
even
in the
begin
race.
to
Maybe
explain
he was
the
this
offense that brings to New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs. How can we describe the killing of a child once
Wait, what was
an
the
hour
question
every
again?
hour for close to 2 years as a defense of our way of
What?
life? That is not a way of life that any of us practice in
Yeah,
this
but
city. What we want in
Hamas.
this city
What
is
about
dignity for all. And the
Hamas?
hostage families have given us
Chabad.
an understanding of how to
He
showcase
can't.
that.
Okay, I got it.
And I have
Holy-
appreciated the moments,
That's
especially also
unbelievable.
on
That's
Wow.
And it goes on and on. It never does.
insane.
I mean, look, my words are based on a universality.
Universality. Right.
That Hamas is a terrorist organization and I condemn them. Full stop. That should have been your answer, bro. God.
But no,
No.
that was not his answer.
No. Look, we believe all for all. And
And
to have Benjamin
and Benjamin
Netanyahu
Netanyahu, that guy's a Yahoo, is what he is. He's really well named.
use these prisoners as leverage. How dare he?
Hold on, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, you like that?
Benjamin
Yahoo.
I mean, that guy.
Wow, he's
and I
agonizing.
would appreciate if we, maybe we do these little press conferences outside of the kids' park at Central Park.
I know, with all the
Oh my
screaming
gosh!
and
I was
background
wondering,
noise.
are they taking hostages right now?
It did sound that way.
What is
yeah.
happening on that playground?
He also struggled to apologize to New York City police for things he said about them in the past.
Oh, this would be simple, right?
Sure.
Also
Should
on
be.
everybody's mind is crime. And your stance with the police department has people concerned. Because at one point you wanted to defund the police, you called them racist, then you said you would apologize. When will you apologize?
So those remarks that you're referring to are remarks that I made in 2020.
No, but last year you also said something on Twitter where someone was talking about that they passed a police car and they were crying.
That's not something I said last year. This is all from
That
2020.
was in December 24?
No, it's all from 2020. And I say that not to push back against your citation of it, but more to give it a context of the height of frustration after the murders of George Floyd and a feeling that this promise of safety and justice being intertwined was one that was being broken. And what I am running on in this moment, as you've said, is to deliver that public safety to to New Yorkers, and you deliver it by working with police officers, understanding them as partners.
But when are you going to apologize?
And what I've appreciated is the conversations where I've had with rank and file officers in understanding that
that's fine,
the
but
crisis
when are you
that
gonna
we are
apologize?
facing right now, it's not just a crisis of the fact that we're only solving half of the crimes that are being reported.
It's
the fact
crisis
that
of
today,
non-apologies.
350 officers are leaving the department.
What about
month. When I started this
apologizing to
campaign,
the
it was about
police?
200.
Absolutely,
I don't
but
need to
will you
defund them, they're
apologize?
leaving.
Because you said you will
Here we go.
apologize to the police department.
Oh, she did follow
Will
up.
you apologize? Will there be a formal apology?
These are the conversations I'm having with officers themselves. I think
So it's not a formal apology. It's like one-on-one if you
Wow.
see somebody on the street.
Oh, that's efficient.
it's in the conversations with the officers, and I think that too often what we have in our politics
So not
is
recorded.
the performance of that, speaking to a camera, telling journalists, when really it's about the people that you're actually working with.
Okay. So all these individual apologies, they're not being broadcast for everyone to see. You're going out and you're shaking the hands and you're doing this for everyone. Okay.
How does this guy have a single percentage point in the polls, let alone being 22 points up?
Free groceries.
Free groceries.
Free
That's
groceries.
right. That's right. And
Affordable rent.
Free transportation.
did you see how he said, look, all of these things that I said were back in 2020, and then I realized
That doesn't excuse it either.
Then I
by the
realized
way.
I should probably watch what I tweet because I might want to run for mayor someday.
Yeah.
Here's what she was referring to. Someone tweeted out, I just saw a cop crying in his car, LMAO. And then Zohran says, nature is healing. So he thinks that's funny when cops cry, I guess. I don't know. I mean...